Over the weekend, on Saturday, we had the Ames Straw Poll in Iowa to determine who is got momentum and heat in Iowa. Doesn't actually determine, of course, any votes ultimately, but it does lead a lot of people to dropping out of the race if they don't do well. For example, in the past, Lamar Alexander has dropped out after realizing his campaign was a disaster. Tommy Thompson and Dan Quayle famously dropped out about 18 days after the straw poll, realizing he finished 8th and had no chance whatsoever. Well, that has happened for somebody today. First, let's show you the results. Representative Michele Bachmann, the big winner. Look at her, 4,823 votes. Look, she is a real force within this primary, and people got to come to get her, and they better come correct, because Pawlenty tried to get her and he couldn't do it. But a big news, almost as big a news, is that Representative Ron Paul comes in second, barely second, 4,671 votes. And there's my man, Tim Pawlenty, the guy I said who never had a chance, comes in a disappointing third, 2,293 votes. He had to win this thing in order to stay in the race. And as you'll see in a minute, that did not happen. And former U.S. Senator Rick Santorum finishing stronger than I would have expected at 4th, Herman Cain at 5th. Rick Perry was a write-in vote, and he still beat Mitt Romney, who was on the ballot. And then you get to the really sad Newt Gingrich, all the way near the bottom with only 385 votes. And former Utah Governor Jon Huntsman, hey, he's moved up from 1 vote to 69. In an earlier poll, they could only find one person in Iowa supporting him. And Thad McCotter is at 35 votes, and I'm shocked it's that high. All right, so conclusions from this poll. Number 1, Newt Gingrich. Come on, man, you're so done. Come on, take a load off, man. Go on another Greek cruise. To buy some more jewels at Tiffany's for your wife. You're so done. Please stop embarrassing yourself. Number 2, obviously, Michele Bachmann gains huge legitimacy from this. Number 3, Ron Paul all of a sudden in everyone's discussions, when before he's considered a quote-unquote fringe candidate. Here he comes in number 2. Now, you got to remember, Ron Paul does great in straw polls because he's much better organized and has a very passionate base. Now, whether he does as well in the voting ultimately is another question. But look, he's made himself a contender here, and everybody's taking him more seriously. Since I agree with at least a third, maybe even half of Ron Paul's proposals, I think that's a great thing. And much more importantly, I think he's a rare, honest voice in the conversation. So I think that that result is heartening in that sense. Now, of course, the ultimate conclusion from all of this, though, is the guy I told you never had a chance. Tim Pawlenty. Oh, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Down goes Pawlenty. Down goes Pawlenty. He is down and out. So the reason why I'm amused by all this is because from the first day you saw me say Pawlenty has 0% chance. I've been saying for now, 6 months? As long as Pawlenty's name was mentioned, I was like, oh my, gone, passing out, gone, right? And today he folded up shop and said, no mas, I can't do it. It turns out I'm a loser. It turns out I couldn't hack this thing because he had to come in 1 in this poll, and he didn't. He came in 3rd, even behind Ron Paul. Here's some fun quotes. He said, I wish it would have been different, but obviously the pathway forward for me doesn't really exist, so we're going to end the campaign. I love that. The pathway forward doesn't even exist. And then he said that, well, look, don't get me wrong, quote, I thought I would have made a great president. Well, I guess we'll never know, Tim, will we? The trick is you got to get elected first. And then finally, Michele Bachmann's reaction was, I wish him well. He brought a really important voice into the race, and I'm grateful that he was in. He was really a very good competitor. Then she added, Pawlenty in the last debate in Iowa went hard after Bachmann. It totally didn't work. And so Bachmann has to be very amused, entertained, and overjoyed by Pawlenty leaving, not because he was real competition, but because he just went after her. He took the low road. He talked about the medication she was on, the migraine headaches that he was having. It was almost certain that his campaign was a leaker going after Michele Bachmann. Well, he gave her everything he had, and it turned out it wasn't very much. So, Pawlenty, it was amusing knowing you. But your career is now over, son.
I've got 3 words for you, Tim Pawlenty. Schwang, wang, wang.
How you like them apples? One more.
As my official 2012 prediction for the Republicans, I would like to eliminate some people. The first guy I would enthusiastically like to eliminate is Tim Pawlenty. That guy has no chance. Bunch of dudes in Washington are like, oh my God, Tim Pawlenty's not mentally challenged. I think he'd be a great candidate. Nobody knows Tim Pawlenty. I don't care how much you like him in Washington, okay? And he's the least interesting candidate in the history of America. Gone. Eliminated. Okay, done. End of, in fact.
End of this.
Furthermore, Tim Pawlenty, you're eliminated. Go home. Okay, you're fired.
Go ahead, you tell me what I told you. You tell me. Look, there's a reason why we do this, right? Because it's so easy to be a Monday morning quarterback. Because today everybody's talking about, oh, Pawlenty, yeah, well, of course, because of this, this, or this, as if they knew it all along. No, I tell you ahead of time. I tell you 4 months, 6 months ahead of time. Because look, if you study this stuff, things become more obvious the more you read it, right? And to everyone outside of Washington who saw Tim Pawlenty, it was obvious that he had no chance. But those guys in Washington, the pundits, etc., they don't know anything, man. So